Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Ron E. Baker, founder of PermaGrinGuru.com. I'm also a speaker and life coach. And if you would love inspirational messages right to your inbox every single day, go to PermaGrinGuru.com, get instant access there. Just fill in your email address, and every day you'll get a new inspirational message that's going to help you get to your aspirations. It's my gift to you. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to reveal the dream. How to reveal the passion, how to reveal that thing that's inside of you that wants to get out. And the reason I'm making this video is because my clients, when we start to dream build, when we start to build their lives, start building a life, designing a life they would love to live, this is commonly the first stumbling block that we have. Most people, and it seems almost uncanny to say, but most people, probably 80 to 90% of the people that I talk to, don't know what they would love. They know what they can do. They know what they want to do. They know if they have a profession they're going after, but they don't know what they would actually love to do. Now, if you want to be an attorney, because say Uncle Joe's an attorney, right? So if you want to be an attorney because somebody else has done it before you, and it's a good path to go into a steady, firm, standing career, that's one thing. But if you absolutely love being an attorney, if you love practicing in law, if you love arguing, if you love doing the research, if you love just that whole world of being an attorney, that is an entirely different thing. And that's the thing we're going to be talking about today. What would you love? Now, the first objection, or the first thing that people say to me, but Ron, if I've got to make money, I got to survive. I have to provide for my family. I'm not saying for you to abandon your current lifestyle. I'm not saying for you to abandon everything you know. It doesn't have to be an if or universe. It can be an and universe. If you go after what you would love to do, it doesn't mean you have to throw your entire security blanket out the window. It just means you add to what you're currently doing. You add to what you would really love. And most people don't know what they'd really love. We get so caught up in our daily life of paying the bills and taking care of the kids and going to this appointment, checking this email, watching this show, that most of us, it's a natural way of just kind of tuning out. We go to our normal grind, we come home, take care of all the chores, kick back an hour or two of TV, go to bed, do it all over again. And that kind of cycle gets you not into the greatest place for creating a life that you love to live. You start living a life by circumstance. When you live a life by circumstance, you kind of take away all that, the freedom of your imagination, the freedom of the spontaneous living. So in order for us to get back to that freedom of spontaneous living, of creating or designing a life you would love to live, we're going to talk about the first step, and that is how to reveal the dream. Step one, how to reveal the dream. It's going to sound simple. Just write it down. Write it down. Now, when we were little kids, we were really, really good at this. Our imagination was gangbusters. It was off the charts. If we wanted to go play with a friend and there wasn't one around us, we would make up a friend. If we wanted to go fly, we would clip on a beach towel to our collars and jump off the picnic table. If we wanted to go to exotic lands, we would picture it and see it all around us. As adults, we have the same ability to do the same thing. And now we have even more resources, except as we were growing up, we got more and more responsible, which there's nothing wrong with being responsible, but in being responsible, we've stopped imagining. When you stop imagining, you stop thinking about the things you would love. If you can think it, you can have it. If you want to be something and you can see it in your mind's eye, you can be it. Here's a great example. I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I actually thought I would never get out of the Marine Corps, so it was a surprise when I was back in Pennsylvania, living at Mom's house, and I had no idea what to do next. It took 3 months, easily 3 months of sleepless nights, and I had no idea what I wanted to do next. I knew I didn't want to work for somebody else. I had no idea what I wanted to do. None. So late one night, I woke up at 3 a.m. from a restless night, and I said, gosh, what did I want to do when I was a kid? And that thing I wanted to do when I was a kid, more than anything, was to be an actor in film and TV. And after 3 months, I was so fed up with nothing else making sense to me. That's the first thing that made me feel good. I eventually packed up my blazer. A month later, I packed up my blazer and I drove to LA to be an actor. I was out in LA for 7 years. From square one, ended up being in NCIS. I met John Travolta, James Woods, Madeline Stowe. Worked with Simon West, a great director, and was on tons of independent films and shows. Started out as a background extra, and then I became NCIS. The whole episode was about my character, and it was awesome. But my point is, I had to go through a lot just to get to the notion that I wanted to be an actor. Now, after I got out there and I got into the business, I decided I wanted different aspirations. And that's okay. Just because you pick one thing in your life that you really want to do or that you would really love to do, once you get there and you have that, once you experience that, you're going to keep growing. We're either growing or we're shrinking. We're living or we're dying. We don't stand still. We're energy, and energy is in motion. So I'm going to invite you to really find that thing that you would love to do. And again, don't have to abandon your entire life to get it. You don't have to throw everything out the door. You don't have to get a divorce. You don't have to, put your family in financial peril. The universe is supporting us all because you can think it. Once you can think it, it's done. Everything in our lives, everything in this world was a thought before it actually became a thing. Now, I'm going to go into that more later on, but right now, let's just talk about step one. Write it down. Write down, put a number of pages from 1 to 20, and write down the things that you would love to do, experience, be. Do, be, experience, do, be, experience, do, be, experience, do. Safari in Africa, do. Climb Mount Everest, do. Dune buggy in wherever. Have that home on the beach, have that home in the hills, have the amazing relationship, have an amazing collection of pig vases or whatever it is. Write down everything you'd love to do, everything you'd love to have. And now when you get a list of, say, about 20 of those, go back, circle the top 3 that make the most sense to you. Now, forget that. Circle the top 3 that excite you the most, that give you the most life, that make you really want to go, yeah, that's it. That's it. So circle the top 3. You'll know. Get on through. Cross them off one by one. And then circle the top 3. Okay, you got it? Now, once you got the top 3, pick one thing that you would love, that you would like to design in your life. The name of my company is Live by Design because I believe we get to design our life. I believe we get to design it. Now, how designing works is you think it, you get very clear on what you would love, then you take action steps. And that's the next thing we're going to do. Now that you have that one thing that you would love, list 5 simple action steps that you can do this week. Monday through Friday, what's one thing you could do? One easy action step that you can do to get towards your dream, to start taking a step towards that dream. They say inspiration without action is just entertainment. And it's absolutely true. You know, have you ever had that friend or that coworker, that person that always talks about, everything they're going to do, everything they want to be, but they never actually do anything about it? How irritating is that? It's just a jibber jabber, and you want to turn around and say, okay, well, just do it. Let me know when you're doing it. So that's what I invite you to do. To do it. Take one step, no matter how scary. And if it's not scary, you're doing something wrong. If it's not scary, it's not big enough. If it's comfortable, you're still operating within your own security blanket, within your own comfort system. I want you to get outside of your comfort system, or your comfort zone. Because right now, your dream, or the thing you want the most, is not in your current comfort zone. You've got to get out of there. You got to get into the land of the unknown. And when you start breaking those paradigms and getting out into the land of the unknown, that's when fear comes up. That's when you start to get uncomfortable. And that's where power happens. That's where dreams lie. Once you take a step through that fear, you become something bigger. You become something larger. You become more alive. You become more energized. Have you ever done something that you were absolutely afraid of? Like jump out of an airplane, or bungee jump, or sled down a really big hill, or kiss that girl or boy, or dance with that girl or boy, or anything you were really, really afraid of. And once you did it, you felt more alive and more energized than ever before. I can remember tons of times in my life. That's exactly how going after your dreams is like. You take steps through your fear and you get to live a life of bigness, of growing, of expansion, of getting to know you, because the person you are right now is not the person you're going to be once you get to your dreams. So this week, list 20 things that you would love, be, do, or have. Pick the top 3, pick 1, 5 action steps towards it. Take 1 action step per day, no matter how big or small. And then once you're done with those 5 action steps, pick 5 more and keep going. I love your life. Keep on growing. This is Ron E. Baker. Until next time, again, PermaGrenGuru.com.